What's up, guys? Today we have a very important topic on the table,
Very
which
important. Very, very important.
which is African marriages, traditional marriages. It's like modern day slave or human trafficking. Yeah, I said what I said. Yeah, I said what I said because I don't understand how people do that.
Gosh.
I know for a fact that our forefathers and ancestors did not do marriages like that. That you have to, you want to get married to somebody. It's like a whole long process.
Okay, so let's talk about what was it before
Yeah.
and what does it look like now. So
I
we can
think-
first of all, so we can see like
Yeah.
what's changed, right? And
Yeah.
what does it? Because a lot of people in
Might-
America
yeah.
don't, or just in the whole world, it's not going to know exactly what it looks like. So let's talk about the beginning.
Yeah.
First.
I think before we can still see that today. I think before, if a marriage is about to occur, let me take an example. My son wants to get married to your daughter. I think before, I, the father, will come to you and say, I have my son that's interested in your daughter, and how can we make this happen? You know, then they will sit down and talk about it and plan a day and really just bring them together and just share something among them, do some small traditions, and it passes. And I also feel like the way that's been adopted now, they call it tradition.
They call
But
it
I
tradition.
think that that's not really tradition. I think that comes from the colonizers, because the colonizers, remember when they came to Africa to take people away for slave, they will bring gifts to the, to the
That's true.
chief,
They
to
bring
the
whiskey,
notable,
they'll
yeah,
bring
and they
chocolates.
they can sweep
kinds
the
of
whole
stuff.
village and give it to them
Right.
because they wanted those prestigious things.
That's true.
So when they brought that, the African people on that
Took that mentality.
yeah, they stood on it, like they just sat on it, put it on their head like a face cap, and said, "This is what we're gonna adopt for our people." And now you want to get married to somebody, they're gonna give you at least
Whole checklist.
people.
I've seen it.
I've sat somewhere where they're about to do that for my cousin, and I see stuff that they ask. I'm like, what the fuck? They asking for pigs, cows, goats.
Yeah, they-
People asking for blocks to build a house. People asking for zincs. Just ask me to build you a house. Just say a
Right,
house.
just say you want a house.
Yeah, don't ask block. Don't put blocks. Don't put zincs. You put planks. And
Yeah. I
what's
think
all
they
that?
definitely took it too far. Way too far.
The bride price is just an amount of money that your family is asking of me to pay you, to pay them, so you can live with me.
Okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. They ask all those, they put all that list down, then still add the bride price on it.
And then add a bride price.
If
Pick
you
your,
go,
do you want?
yeah, if you go to
can't have your
Africa
cake and eat it
today,
too. You gotta pick one.
if you go to Africa today, you're gonna realize that a lot of youth don't even want to get married because they don't try to
Too
go through
expensive.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of them will, a guy will live with his girlfriend for 15 years without even talking about marriage, only because he doesn't want to go through that process.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that
A
makes
lot, that's
total
how
sense.
a lot of people don't get married. A lot of single women and single men, they just live like that.
Wow.
The most important thing for these people doing all these things, say calling in the name of tradition, is the food.
It's the food. Yeah.
I don't know what the food had Africans on the chokehold.
Yeah. Yeah, the food, yeah, it is. I think it's just a black people thing across the board. Because even with like American marriages and stuff like that, it's pretty much kind of like the same thing. It's real. It might not be that extreme, but we do rely a lot on food.
But that's maybe like cooking food, like food that
Right.
people will come and eat. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that people, they request from you should bring. Like asking, like somebody will ask like 4 big shrines, pig. Some people will ask cows. Some people will ask
Yeah.
like 3 goats. Some people will ask
Yeah.
bags of onions, bags of rice
Yeah,
to
yeah.
feed the whole village with it. You feeding the whole village with that.
Yeah.
You can see like on these pictures demonstrated, you can see people asking bunch of stuff that it's like it's a market.
Yeah, it's real. It is a market. It's really it's just sad. It's really sad.
I don't know how
It's really
much.
really sad, and people are just falling for it. Just
Yeah,
falling
people
for
fall
it.
for it.
Falling for the games, falling for the lies, and calling it, stamping it on, calling it tradition. Well, it's my tradition.
Yeah,
It's my tradition.
it's my tradition. I don't think that's a tradition. I
No.
think that's
But it
just
sounds made up.
Yeah.
It sounds made up, and it sounds like you're just trying to get the fuck over. You're trying to get some money. You're trying to reap and get whatever you can get
Yeah, get whatever you
out
can
of
get.
this marriage.
In
Let's call
all-
it what it is.
yeah.
Just call it what it is.
Just in all that,
Yeah.
when you get married to the girl, the parents will be calling you 2 days after or 3.
Yeah.
I need this. Can you send me this amount of money?
Yeah.
My dad is sick. My dad needs to go. All that money you pay for, you still have to
You
pay
still
for your
need
dad's
stuff. Right.
hospital fee, hospital bills.
Like,
and
what does
all
that have to do with me? I just got married. Can I enjoy my marriage for once without
crazy.
it being, you know?
Yeah, it might not just be like slavery that you come and take them, but it's a modern way.
It's a modern way, yeah.
It's in the mental.
It's mentally mentally
Yeah.
enslaved.
Because like
Yeah.
I don't see how for us to create a family, for me to get married to you so we can create a family, I don't see how a family is going to request all that from me, demand all these things.
That's wild. I wouldn't
It's
even
like I'm
want. I wouldn't
buying
even.
you.
I mean, yeah, I'm not from the African diaspora. However, I would deep down inside wouldn't have felt
Yeah,
right even doing that. I would be like, I would have told my parents to back off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, back off. Like, my husband.
Some
No,
women
this
are
is
doing
my
that now.
husband.
Yeah.
This is my husband. Like, you're trying to reap on my behalf.
Yeah.
So
That's
you're
exactly
fucking
what's
both of
going
us
on.
over. You know, not only are you fucking my husband over, but you're fucking me over because what's in my husband's pocket is in my pockets,
Exactly.
and what's in my pockets is in my husband's pocket. So
That's why you see nowadays some women now are contributing to that bride price.
yeah,
Some women, the family might ask like $1 million, and the
That's
lady will give
ridiculous.
half of the money. So
yeah. Well, so now
You
that
see-
you break all this down, I can understand this, and I get the picture
yeah,
of why you would say that it's like
modern day
slavery.
slavery.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm
'Cause
literally
it's out of
buying
hand.
you. It's like I'm
It's
buying
buying
you.
you. Yeah.
Buying you.
Yeah,
you
you're
I
really buying-
own you now.
So that's where
You know, instead of us trying to build a community, you know, instead of
Right.
us trying to
Right.
build like generation, I'm buying you to come and
Right.
create a generation for me.
exactly. And I remember even with our wedding, how small we had it. It wasn't even a plan. We just did a court wedding, but how intimate and a little bit of family
Yeah.
that came on his side of the family. Still to this day, they're asking us for their portion
For
of
that
food.
portion of food.
And how many? It's
That
been
we did not give them
2000
food.
since 2022. I'm like, y'all still worry about that food?
Yeah.
I guess you're just gonna starve, man.
And not to talk about that the marriage system is like divided into 3. You get married traditionally, you pay money, you go to
yeah.
court, you pay money to get married, then you go to the church, you pay money to
Yeah.
get married. That's a
So
whole
you spent,
different
that's
like
3 weddings.
Yeah, that's 3 weddings
That's 3
for one
weddings
person.
for one person.
Then after that
And
you
you're
need
broke. And you're
Yeah.
in debt.
After that you need
You're
to
in debt.
organize a party for
Right.
people to
So
come.
that's like
and-
a whole
oh
nother
my
wedding.
God.
So that's like what, 4 or 5 weddings now? It just
You
keeps
just-
adding up.
The
adding
whole
up.
month,
Yeah.
you empty in your pocket
Right.
for that to please those amount of people.
Right.
That is why I'm saying that the African marriage system, it's a modern day slavery. But this time around, it does not concern the colonizers. It concerns us, the black people, trying to buy each other from us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So this time it has nothing to do with the colonizers, but the ideology of the colonizers is behind. It's the backbone of it.
Right.
You
No,
know,
I see what you're
because
saying.
it
Yeah.
started from somewhere.
Right.
You know, it's not
And then it
something
just
that.
got evolved into something so
Yeah,
huge.
even if you look
One
at it,
wedding
like,
evolved into 5 weddings.
exactly, there was no money or no much thing
So-
that you could give to
Right.
be able to obtain a lady.
Exactly, right.
But now, since there are these
You just abuse
means
it.
and
Yeah.
people will just abuse that, and it's a business. It becomes a business now behind it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, I absolutely
Yeah, so-
100% agree with you. And
I hope that this mentality can really switch.
yeah,
You
and
know,
we're
because-
just all we're doing is bringing some awareness
Yeah.
of what's going on, getting people to take a deeper look. Is this a scam or is it tradition? You guys let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comment.
And
Let
make
us
sure
know
you
what
like,
think about
comment,
it.
and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next videos. Thanks.